Hey Upcycle enthusiasts, welcome back to Birds of a Feather. Today's Upcycle project is sponsored by the letter I. My husband surprised me with two huge salvage neon signs from the barn board store, and that's where our hot cocoa bar sign journey began. Stick around to see how we turned a discarded I into a stunning hot cocoa bar sign that will elevate your holiday gatherings. If you love the idea of having a cozy hot cocoa station for your guests, you're in for a treat.
Color outside the lines.
But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more creative DIY content. So let's dive right into the tutorial. Although the eye had its neon intact, sadly it wasn't working, so the first step was to remove it.
Bye-bye, neon light.
We were determined to revive it, so we found an LED rope light at the Habitat store. In order to accommodate the rope light, we had to grind a hole through the back first. Once we're finished grinding it, we're going to fit this with a rubber grommet, and then we're going to clean the letter thoroughly. I've got this wonderful stencil from Funky Junk's old sign stencils. It says Hot Cocoa Bar. I've got a piece of white vinyl here. I've put it onto the back of the piece of vinyl, and I've turned my stencil upside down so that once it's cut out, the wording will be right side up. Now what I intend to do is something really fun, and I'll show you this a bit later too, but I'm going to light this from the back, apply the stencil on top, and you're going to see the hot cocoa sign shining right through. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to get this one done, guys. Now that I have it traced, I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and a straight edge, and I'm going to use it to help guide all the straight cuts that I can, because I don't have the steadiest hand. See, that didn't even cut all the way through. I have to apply much more pressure, or just be sure that your blade is absolutely sharp. So I think what I'm going to do is go search for some blades. I've also got some scissors here to help me cut some of the curves if I find that a little bit tricky. We'll see how it goes. To cut around the curves, I'm going to freehand it, and I'm just going to turn the vinyl as I go, and just keep steady pressure. And then you'll be able to cut all the way through. It's essential that you have a cutting mat underneath when you do this. I have the original stencil underneath, and I've got it taped into position where I want it. And I've got the first letter and second letter removed so that I can overlay it and then position it also. And what I will do is peel back some of the sticky so that I can stick that down. And then I'll remove this, unroll the rest of the sticker, and hopefully it'll all go smoothly. And when it's all attached, I'll then come back with my X-Acto knife and I'll trim it to fit exactly around the perimeter. Worst comes to worst, I'll just stick the original stencil down. I've got my piece peeled back, and I'm going to continue to unroll it. I've got the sticker stuck down on one side here, and on the flip side, I'm going to roll the paper back, and as I do that, I'm going to take the squeegee and roll it right along. Here it is after adhering the vinyl, and then we got the rope lights in. We tied them down with twist ties just to keep them secure. Now it's time for the fun stuff. Let's get that hot cocoa station set up. Gather up a DIY shelf, trays, mugs, and spoons to create a cozy corner on the counter for hot chocolate lovers. These little IKEA mason jars with lids are perfect for sealing leftover hot cocoa toppings. Not that there'll be any left. And before plugging in the hot cocoa bar sign, I couldn't resist making myself a steaming cup of cocoa. Now here comes the highlight, the fully lit up hot cocoa bar sign. The sign acts like a mermaid, luring us to death by chocolate. But can you really have too much chocolate? I don't think so. I absolutely love how this turned out. It's a great way to let your guests know where they can indulge in some delicious hot cocoa during the holiday festivities. So what do you think of our upcycled letter I? If you enjoyed this project, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to check out our upcycling category for more inspiration. Thanks for joining us on this hot cocoa adventure. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and for our regular viewers, hit that like button. Until next time, happy crafting and happy holidays!